Alright guys, Criminal here, and in this one, this is going to be a rant video because I'm pissed as hell. Just got home and took a look at the new patch, the hotfixes patch that they did after Final Combat, and I'm so disappointed. It's unbelievable. This is arguably the single worst patch I've ever seen in a fighting game. I would actually argue it is the worst one by far, because it is disgraceful how bad this patch is. They fixed nothing and they only made more issues. That's what they did. That's what they've done. And just took out everything that's fun. So first of all, just start with cameos because it's much more simple. But let me just say, this is a very, very small patch, nowhere near as big as it should have been. No buffs or shit like that, only nerfs and crap like that. Reptile, his scaling was fixed on his force ball, so now he does the same damage he used to do, and I think maybe a tad bit more, so it's better. And Janet Cage has a little bit more scaling, but nothing too crazy. So yeah, these two, I just wanted to mention them because that's really everything they've got. And the two main cameos and the two main characters in this patch, you could say, it's pretty much only Homelander, but the two main cameos are Cyrax and Chameleon, and the one other character is Peacemaker, which is not surprising, but the patch he's got is disgraceful. So, let's just talk about very quickly the cameos, because it's much easier to go over them. First of all, Cyrax. This now takes one full gauge again. I don't know why the fuck they did that. Cyrax received this buff and he was barely used in Final Combat because Chameleon was already much better. And they just said, fuck it, let's just remove this cameo from the game. That's basically what they've done. Because we already know by now, from the patch they've done many months back, nerfing Cyrax to this, taking the full gauge. Cyrax is dead. He's fucking dead. Nobody uses this cameo. Literally nobody. This is a completely dead cameo. It's one of the... Until he got reverted for a few days, he was one of the more uncommon picks in this game for cameos. Like, you were seeing him the same amount of times you were seeing like Motaro or Sonya, who have been dead since the game released. So, I don't know what drove them to revert him back to his nerfed self, because he was perfectly fine like this. He was perfectly fine, he was not broken by any means. They already nerfed him. His chip damage is reduced if you flawless block. All of the chip moves like Baraka Barrage, which is not that hard to do if you're decent at the game. If you flawless block them, it doesn't even do chip damage now, so they fixed that issue. What is the problem with the cameo being able to do this? I don't understand that. What is the problem? I really don't see the problem. Like, I want you to take a look at this. I put him on full so it doesn't run out of one fucking time. So, but what is the problem if the cameos can do this? Like, what's the problem if I can do this and keep going with pressure? What's the problem if I can do it twice? Why is this an issue? I genuinely don't understand why is this an issue. Because then I lose the full cameo gauge and his cooldown is not good. Cyrax's cooldown is not Chameleon. Cyrax's cooldown, it takes a while to return. Like, this is half a gauge move for him. Before they reverted him back, it was the cooldown. Look at how much time it takes to come back, man. Look at the amount of time it takes him to come back. It just... I don't understand this bullshit. Like, if you just look... I'll put him on, like, blocking overhead or something. And just make him block stance. So now we'll get hit by lows, but he'll block highs, okay? So, he blocks Cyrax. If this was half a gauge, look at how much time it takes to return to half a gauge. And I'll talk about this shitty change you can see on screen right now. He's not even back, man. He's not even back. I don't see the issue with this. What is the issue with just keeping him decent? What's the issue? They just made him trash. Like, they pretty much just... They already know from the months and months he was like this, that he is useless without this being half a gauge. He's literally useless. Nobody uses this cameo because his only utility is block. That's the whole point of the goddamn cameo. Block utility. That's the point of this cameo. There's no other reason to use him and not someone like, I don't know, Jax for combos. There's no reason, because this scales like shit. Even if you do combos with this, it will not do not even do good damage. This is terrible scaling. It won't even scale well and won't even do damage. They nerfed them already. They nerfed them before making this a full gauge. They already nerfed the guy and fixed his issues. His chip damage issue was gone. His damage issue is gone. What is the reason? I simply don't understand. What's the reason to revert him back to this? Now he's completely useless, we will never see his face again. Why would they do that? So that's Cyrax. That's what they've done to Cyrax. Completely stupid. I don't know what the hell they would do that. Even in Final Combat, you weren't even seeing Cyrax, man. It was not even common. You were only seeing him like with fucking Baraka. That's it. And one player was using Sindel Cyrax in the group stages, and that team is not even that good. Sindel Kung Lao is 10 times better. So what's the main incentive to nerf him? It's not even top 3 cameos. Like, after they reverted him, he was not better than Chameleon. He wasn't even competing with Chameleon. He was around the same level as Kung Lao. Not even that. Kung Lao was better still. What's the point of reverting him back to being bottom 3 cameos? What's the point? So this is fucking driving me insane at this point. Why do they need to nerf everything to the ground? It's fucking stupid. Buff the rest of the cameos. So yeah, that's Cyrax. That's Cyrax. Now he's useless. Say goodbye to Cyrax, you'll never see his face again. Chameleon, what changes did you get? The cameo is broken as shit, 10 times better than the rest of the game. What do we do to make it worse? Number 1, let's make the ball roll move have less pushback, which is actually a decent change. That's the only decent change I will give this patch. The only decent change was that. Just now the ball roll move has less pushback, so it's much easier to punish. Back then, if you were blocking it, you were like point blank range, you were left in this distance, something like that. It had a lot of pushback. It's still punishable from this distance, by the way. Like you can still punish it. Punishing this was not that much of an issue, even from this range. From this range it was an issue, because this is minus 10 only. But Homelander specifically can punish it, I think. Never mind, he can. So yeah, this is actually a good change. I think this was fine, because this move is already extremely broken. Like, this is an invincible get-up that starts combos for no apparent reason. If they wanted to give this a better change, they would just remove invincibility on wake up and reversal on this, because there's literally zero reason for that to exist. So that's first thing. And to show you what I mean, this is what I mean. He blocks. If he's on reversal mode, let's just put him on this one. Not Glaive Toss. Melina roll. There we go. Oh, not on reversal, sorry, on get up. It's an invincible wake up. So, on get up, I put him on roll. Not block roll, goddamn you. There, now I try to attack. Why is it fucking delaying? Oh shit, my bad. Now I try to attack him. And he's invincible, and he also starts combos. Why not remove that to nerf the move? That was the most annoying aspect of this move, by far, because it's brain dead broken and better than any armor, because it's only minus 10. It's not that easy to even punish this, and it's completely invincible. So yeah, stupid. The pushback nerf is actually, I will say, decent. Like, I don't feel like this is a bad nerf. This is the only good change they've done in this patch. Just making this easier to punish, makes it less brain dead to throw out, because this is an extremely broken move, especially on block, because it's a double overhead that will break through your armor, and it's very hard to react to. Like, if you pair this up with like a normal or something, like let me just put me as a peacemaker for a second. If you pair this up with shit like this, it's very hard to block this, especially when you like pair it with a string that has a low ender. I'm not sure if Peacemaker even has that, but whatever. But yeah, this is just a very powerful move, and that nerf is welcome. But what's the issue? They didn't nerf anything else, which is, I would argue, good, because she's very fun to play. As broken as she is a fun cameo. But what nerfs I would have loved to see for this cameo? To actually fix her and make her more okay, like still best in the game. I don't want to make her useless, she'll still be very good, just not as broken. Number 1 is the bug she has since day 1, which is the fact that she can save you after you already got hit. What I mean is this. If I'm in Kitana disguise, and I just throw out a random torpedo like a good pacemaker, reversal mode, let's just have him do whatever, like... What the fuck is all this shit, man? But let's just have him do laser eyes, I don't care. Torpedo is very punishable. So normally, I get punished, right? But that's not. I got hit and she still saved me. This is a bad example. The best example is you just do it with the string. Now that's better, because now look at what happens. I put them on reversal mode with the recording, which is that string I just did. And now I will get punched in the face, right? And I'll get punished for a full combo. But Chameleon just says, no! I get punched in the face already, but Chameleon can just come and save me! Which is why it's so fucking easy to just throw out random bullshit when you've got her, because now I'm just full screen with Peacemaker, I'm zoning, I'm peacemaking. Making the piece. Right? Full screen. What am I gonna do? Oh, I have Kitana, torpedo! And now I'm completely safe. Now I'm safe. There's nothing they can do. Now I'm safe. Because I can just throw myself away at a delayed time. And I'm still fucking safe, man. I'm safe and full screen again. Why is that not nerfed? That's the biggest issue of this cameo from my experience. That cheap crap. It's a bug. It's not even intentional. Why not fix that? So yeah. And another nerf I would have loved to see, instead of the ball roll nerf, or even just paired up with it. Nerf that Kitana shenanigan. nerf the ball roll. And one more thing I would love to see is Jade's glaive being a high. This should be a high. Why do you ask? Because this is literally Sarina. She has 6 moves. Chameleon has 6 moves and the best cameo throw in the entire game, which is the Melina one that basically jails into another grab. So why on earth does she have a mid version of Sarina that's also faster? I will never understand. What's the point of using Sarina when you literally have this? Like, it's literally Sarina, dude, and you can loop this much easier and it has a 10 times better cooldown. Look at it, it's already back. Okay, yeah, so they, instead of nerfing that, they just nerfed their HP. As we all know, it doesn't matter, because cameos can give you 100 HP, and if they're not good enough, they will still not be used. As example, Jax is not good enough to compete with Chameleon, so he's still not used. Or even Cyrax. Once he got reverted back to his old, decent self, he was not competing with Chameleon still. He was usable, people used them, but he was not Chameleon, he was not on her level. So, removing 50 HP from her and pushback that is only reliable in certain situations, you know what that means, right? This game just became Chameleon Combat 1. Because now, the only form of little competition she had, which was Cyrax, was reverted, because now we're just seeing some old teams with them back, like Raiden Cyrax, Baraka Cyrax. Now even that is gone. So that means you're gonna see Chameleon with every character in the roster, every single match online, and in every tournament, and I can guarantee that. So yeah, that's it for cameos. I'm pissed as hell, man. Let's just move on to characters, man. This is gonna be a long video because I have so much fucking anger to put out on this crap, man. It's just driving me insane. Next up, we've got the worst patch of all time, Homelander. Why on earth would they do that? They just said, fuck your fun. That's what they said with this patch. Look at what they did. Now if you cancel flight more than once, it will cost you fucking bars. Now tell me, what is the issue with a combo doing this amount of damage for 2 bars? For meterless? Like, look at how much I can do from an optimal starter. That used to be a meterless version. What's the issue with this? It's literally an optimal starter and it's a fucking punishment. Most characters in the roster can get this amount of damage meterless. Like, from their optimal starters especially. And then another thing to keep in mind, Homelander in the corner doesn't really have very high damage. Like, his damage is decent in the corner. Before the nerf, you could do this meterlessly. Like, a combo like this, for example. And I dropped it, whatever. It has around 43%, okay? In the corner, from an optimal starter, which is this, that you're not gonna get. From an actual starter, which is much more common to get, you're going to do this amount of damage. For just a standing one, the ideal punish. That's the amount of damage you were doing. When you optimize it, 34% meterless. That is not even high, man. Look at this. Peacemaker with 5 hits can get this damage. I'm getting pretty much the same amount of damage. 32%. Why would they feel the need? Why would they feel the need to remove your combo routes? When it's not even doing high damage, look at this. Same damage as Peacemaker, who's 10 times better as a character in every aspect of the game. Why would they feel the need to remove that? I just don't understand it. So what they said, instead of nerfing the damage, which is something they could have done if the damage is too high, they just said, fuck your sauce. That's what they said. So, a game that's supposed to be fun and free according to Mr. Ed Boon, is now limiting fun combos. So now what am I supposed to do? I do this boring shit instead. That's what I do. That's the combo I do. The damage difference is not even that massive. Like, I'm still getting relatively the same damage, but it's fucking boring. It's a simple combo. It has no execution effort. This character is, like, highest execution requirements in the game. It's got very hard execution, especially online. So, why are we feeling the need to nerf this? I understand. They nerfed the infinite. The block infinite is gone in the corner. I don't mind that. That's okay. They could have nerfed it. They should have nerfed that. That's stupid. That's broken. They nerfed this glitch. Fine. No problem. They nerfed the glitch. No problem whatsoever. They fixed the counter to counter more moves and not counter what it's not supposed to counter. Fine. Why would they change this, man? I don't understand it, because the only thing it does is make the game less fun. It's literally doing nothing for the character. He still gets the same amount of damage basically with the routes you can already do. Because the flight shenanigans are only for style. They scale heavily. So it's not even... It wasn't even that broken or anything like that. It's not even when the character is good. That's the damage I get in the corner, 35%. If I use flight shenanigans, I get pretty much the same damage. So what even the point of removing this, man? I don't understand it at all, because it makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense, it just makes no sense, because it's inside a combo. Why would you limit our potential? Why limit the style potential? That's the most annoying thing I've ever had in this game, man. Honestly, I read the patch notes, and I just punched my wall when I read that line. Because it is so fucking needless, it's so useless. Why would they even do that? It has no effect on the character. The only thing we will now do is maybe just make people, the combos are not even fun anymore, let me just zone. So that's how they'll play instead. Just do this shit. Now we're gonna get low accurate Homelander. Just zoning like a bitch, perched up the top rope like a fucking WWE superstar. Like this. That's what you're gonna see online. That's the gameplay now with Homelander. Instead of the gameplay being cool shit like this. Instead of it being like this. And honestly, man, I'm going to go over Peacemaker, I'm going to return to Homelander and switch to Chameleon cameo just to show you how little difference that makes. Because the routes you do with cameos, and his best cameo is 20 times over Chameleon, it's not even remotely close. If you're not using Chameleon for you're just doing yourself a disservice. And yeah, I'll just talk about Peacemaker and I'll return to Homelander to wrap this video up. Just to show you the combos with Chameleon still do the same damage. There's no difference. So yeah, Peacemaker, what did he get? First of all, he has 50 less HP. Just like Chameleon, now he's got less HP. I hate this change. If you're watching this channel, you already know. I hate how they change health values to try and balance shit in this game because it makes no sense. That's not how you balance a character, that's how you kill a character. That is the way to kill a character. And if the health change is too minor, it will make literally no difference. Look at Johnny Cage. They removed 50 HP. Did somebody notice? No, because he's still top 2 characters in the game by far. Along with Peacemaker, by the way, we got no significant nerfs. So, let's just talk about broken shit he had. Number 1, Eagerly. Mid projectile, does a lot of damage. Massive hitbox. Pretty much anywhere on screen you can confirm this into torpedo if you're good enough, which is easy 15%. 15% damage for a raw projectile. This is also plus on block, advances back, so it gives you mix-ups with this grab. You can just throw out an Eagerly. So yeah, Eagerly is not changed. Anti-gravity. That is stupid, because you can cancel it into jumping attacks. And when you use a cameo like Kano, actually let me just change the cameos real quick to just make it better for what I want to show anyway. Because Peacemaker's cameo is Kano, we all know it by now from the tournament. That's how he plays like a scrub, that's how you win matches with this annoying character. So Kano, when you're using it with Kano, what do? You just zone, eagerly, try and catch them with anti-airs and shit, zone more, force field, which is broken, torpedoes, and eventually they are just down to a little amount of health. So what do we do then? Let me tell you what do we do then. Then we anti-gravity because it does 5% chip damage. Why? Oh dear lord. Why does it do 5% chip? Why do you not change this broken, obnoxious crap? Because this is the most annoying thing about this character's neutral. Because people just throw out this crap and then they fucking give you Kano. And Kano keeps you plus. So you just ate the cheapest amount of damage of all time, like 8% on block. Which is basically the same as Baraka Barrage into Cyrax, I would used to do. So I do anti-gravity, I get Kano in. And then I just confirm it to fucking Eagerly or something. Look at how much chip you took. 10% and you're full screen. Why would they not change that? Or at least make it so when you unblock it, now it doesn't do 5% fucking chip. Make up blocks flawless blocks. Make them do no damage to you. Why would they not remove this bullshit? It's the most annoying thing about the character. And what more did they do? Except for removing his HP? Like 50 HP for him? They made a torpedo high. Now, do you think it's going to do any difference? No. People are just gonna sit there, pray to God it doesn't hit them, and because you can just throw out an Eagerly, because you're always afraid of the Eagle coming to just freedom your ass, you're gonna anyway be blocking low, right? And this game is very weird in the fact that if you're crouch blocking and holding block when crouching, like you were expecting an Eagerly or something, right here, the torpedo will not whiff. The torpedo will still get you. Even in full screen, if you're holding block, the torpedo still gets you. So I can still just throw out a random Eagle and just torpedo it. And Kano. Nothing stopping me, it's the same thing as I could do before. So Peacemaker is quite literally the exact same. and you can still cheap your way out into victory. Just cheese your way out with this bullshit. Because nothing changed. Literally nothing changed. His mix-ups are still here. Like, doing this with like Kano. To just give you a safe 50-50. Or just eagle it. And then you've got Kano ball, you're safe. More eagerly. And Peacemaker's the same. Yeah, very stupid, very fun. Anti-gravity is still cancerous. So yeah, this character is pretty much the exact same. Still top 2 characters in the game along with Johnny Cage. Who, by the way, Johnny Cage received no changes. Johnny Cage was the most popular character in the entire tournament. Even more so than fucking Peacemaker. The grand final was a Johnny Miro, for the love of God. And Johnny is unchanged. Johnny is the exact same. No nerfs to damage, which is probably what he needs most because his damage is too high. Nothing. Is the exact same. So yeah, very stupid. So yeah, Peacemaker unchanged, the same top tier, very cancerous. Peacemaker, and by peace I mean peace as in pee, not peace as in peace. Peace and prosperity. Peace as in pee. That you pee in the toilet because people hate this fucking character. Because it's fucking toxic and brain dead. And it's understandable. Because the character has such cool combos. And then what? And then what? They just make him a ridiculously broken zoner. And by the way, I just want to mention that. You know Homelander, like he got nerfed, his meterless damage? It has like 40%. Peacemaker is a much better character, I think you will understand that. Look at how much damage Peacemaker does from an optimal starter. Oh, my bad, I didn't do the right route. Oh, fuck it. I dropped it, but it has 44%. I dropped it again. Whatever. I haven't played this character in a while. It has like 44% meterless. This character is like 5 times better than Homelander. Why do they feel the need to nerf Homelander's meterless damage? I will never understand that. So yeah, and one final thing I want to show you. Just to show how useless that Homelander nerf was, except for just removing fun from the game. When you're using Chameleon, the combo routes are literally the exact same thing they were. Well fucking done, devs. You've made a lot of changes. You've made very good changes, right? At least this source is not removed. I'm still getting the same amount of damage I could get. Very easily. So why fucking remove it? Look at how much damage, look at the difference in damage if I just do another route with the flight cancel. Look at the difference in damage, look at it. $15 damage difference. Why make it cost 2 bars? It makes no goddamn sense. If that bothers you, just remove the damage. Let me do my cool combos. I just can't take it with these fucking nerfs, man. That's everything I want to talk about. That's the patch in a nutshell. That's all the changes, but... Dude! Why? Why did they do any of the changes they've done here except for the Chameleon nerf? Why, for the love of God, would they make the changes they've made? Literally nothing changed. Nothing changed. The only thing that changed is Chameleon now has no competition because Cyrax was the only form of competition she has, and now he's completely gone, eviscerated, reduced to atoms. He's no longer an option. He's not even in the discussion for top 5 cameos anymore, because he's shit. He's back to being trash. Peacemaker, still top 2 characters. Johnny Cage, arguably number 1 now, even though he was already arguably number 1. He won the goddamn tournament, for the love of God. The character is crazy. Stupid, broken, obnoxious. Crazy good. And Johnny was not even touched. Homelander, what did he get? They literally just removed the fun from the character without affecting anything else. His viability is the exact same. After this change, he's the exact same character. He's still crazy good. He still has the best button in the game, which is this. Quite literally, nothing changed. Nothing. Nothing changed. Nothing changed, man. Nothing changed. I can still do the same shit I could do with them before. And the only thing is, now I'll have less fun. That's the only difference. Now the combo routes are boring. That's the difference. There you go. That is the difference. That's the only thing they've changed. So man, I am so disappointed. I don't know who is the fuck is the designer of the balancing team in this game, but they need to be fired and take 2 kicks to the ass and get the fuck out of the studio. Because they don't know what the hell they're doing and they chose in every single patch. Because this game's balancing has been disgraceful. Disgraceful. We've got characters begging, literally fucking begging, screaming for help, screaming for buffs since the game launched. Look no further than Sub-Zero, who's arguably the worst character in the game since it released. And they haven't buffed him once. They actually nerfed him. Dude, instead of giving me, we fixed the visual issue, fixed the bug, every single patch for every single character, made that string, make the character airborne when they're actually visually off the ground. Why would I care about this crap when the character is unusable? I don't know what to do anymore, man. This game had such potential from the pre-order beta, but they've just been removing fun stuff one after one after one without doing any of the necessary changes they needed to do. All of the HP value nonsense, the HP differences between cameos and characters is stupid, it's pointless. An extra 50 HP will not make fucking Cyrax better than Chameleon. It will have no goddamn difference, because Chameleon is 20 times better. Even if she removed 200 HP from you, she would still be the best cameo in the game. Because you can literally get flawless rounds with the cameo because of how good she is. But there's literally no difference. There is no difference by changing HP values. Shujinko gives you 100 HP. Does somebody use Shujinko? No. Jax gives you 100 HP. Is he common? No. Mavado removes 100 HP. Is he broken enough to make up for that? Of course not. He's shit. He is trash. Nobody uses him. Exactly for that reason, because he removes 100 HP without even being remotely comparable to Chameleon. So this, man, for the love of God. And also, what other shit they do? Every single patch, it drives me insane. You've got the HP nonsense, the HP values. The only thing I would love with HP values is General Shao and Havoc having more HP than the others. I don't mind that. That's okay. For playable characters, it's fine having different HP values, because it balances them out. You can't balance a system like the cameo system with HP differences. You literally can't, because the effect of the cameo is as big as the effect of the playable character. Look at Havoc or Shao. Look at Havoc. Havoc has like 1100 HP. 150 HP more than Peacemaker. Is he comparable to Peacemaker? He's not even licking his boots. He's not even close to that. So the playable characters, it's fine to try and give them like a winning chance. But the cameos, they are not as diverse and complex as playable characters. They have like 3 or 4 moves. You can't balance them out. You can't make them fun and make them powerful enough if you just change their HP. It doesn't matter. Because nobody will use a trash cameo regardless of how much HP they give you. It doesn't matter, because no character is good enough on its own in this game. No character is good enough. All characters need cameos. So you can't have a useless cameo that gives you HP. Kano, this move, useless since day one. It's like minus 200 on block or something. Minus 35. Minus 35. You can't even use this crap. It's unusable. This shit is unusable. Instead of buffing the cameo moves, what do? They change the HP values. I will never understand that bullshit. And some of the HP values are so random. Fucking Motaro removes 50 HP. Motaro and Goro. Nobody uses them. Why would they remove this amount of HP? So this just makes no sense. Enough with the HP bullshit for the cameos. It drives me insane. And stop nerfing fun stuff, for the love of God. Stop nerfing combo route. This should be possible. This route should be possible. There's no reason for it to drop. Frame data said it should work. Logic said it should work. It should fucking work. There's no reason for it to drop. You wanna just change it? Nerf the damage. It's so simple. Just remove some of the damage, increase the scaling. Then you still have fun combo routes. You still have fun confirms. But the damage is just lower. The damage is okay. And the combos are fun. What's the issue? Like, dude, a combo like this with Homelander is not optimal in the slightest. But I will do it at any time I can because it's fun. A combo like this. This is fun shit. Like doing this crap. It's fun. This is fun. So I'll do it. Is it optimal? Not in the slightest. But I'm still gonna do it because it's fun. Why nerf the fun? What's the problem if this combo was still possible? If this combo for 1 bar. What's the problem if it was possible for 1 bar? It's not even optimal. If I do it, I'm literally trolling. There's no reason for this to be 2 bars. So enough with this fucking nerfing fun shit, man. It's driving me insane. I can't take it anymore. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid, and it just removes all interest in this game. Because they've been nerfing fun after fun after fun after fun. From the release of the game. They make cameo combos drop unnaturally, like the Kano combo right here. Frame data says this should work. This worked with Striker when Peacemaker released because this is how the cameo system is intended to work. They've coded it so it drops. It's not supposed to drop, it's supposed to work. I don't care if it does a lot of damage. Nerf the damage. Make the combo route possible. Instead of making you diverse combo routes, you're locked behind the same combo the entire match. That's why people are so annoyed fighting the same character every time, because they're literally taking the same combo every single game. There's no diversity, because they keep nerfing the combo game in this game. So I fucking give up, man. I give up at this point. I don't know what to do. They should nerf the entire balancing team. They should get replaced. They should get the fuck out of the building. If they want to, just hire the pros. Hire the pros. They know what to do better than you. Get Sonic Fox, get Tweedy, get Zombat, get Nicholas, get them in the studio to balance the game. Believe me, they will do a much better job than this shit show. I can do a better job at balancing this game than the devs right now. Because they're just fucking up every single patch. They've done nothing meaningful. Buff Sub-Zero! Buff Sub-Zero! The poor guy is out there begging for scraps for 9 months. Dude is already 6 feet under. He's been dead since the game released. Look at Sikander losing his sanity every match against like a million that spams ball roll in neutral. Look at this, because the character is borderline useless. They've got people who don't know what the fuck they're doing, who are just meat-riding Peacemaker and Johnny Cage the entire goddamn game. That's what they're doing. And they're just nerfing everything fun, man. I don't know what they're doing, man. The game is now worse than it was in Final Combat. It's worse, because the meta is the exact same, it's even more toxic, and the characters are more boring. That's what they've done. That's literally it. And one cameo is now dead. Very well done, NRS. Fantastic. So I just hate the balancing in this game, man. Please change. For the love of God, change. It's not that hard to balance a fucking game. It's really not that hard. Some changes are screaming at you that they need to change. This shit, doing 5% chip, is the most obvious fix of all time. Remove this chip damage. Remove it. The 5% chip it does on up block and on block. Remove it. Make it do standard chip damage, like 2%, 1%. Not fucking 5%. So, I mean, I don't know what they're doing. I'm on the verge of giving up, man. I can't take it anymore. It's just, every single patch, it's disappointment after disappointment, and it's fucking stupid. I've been blabbering for up an hour, I've been yapping, I don't know what, but I was pissed as hell, and I needed to get it out of my system, and I needed to just break down this shitty patch. So yeah guys, thank you for watching. Let me know if you think this game can be saved or it needs Jesus at this point, because with a balancing team like this, I'm not even sure Jesus can help. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.